Back to the Daily Buzz. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. There's a lot of excitement going on.
Gosh, speaking of buzz.
Right? Today we have Colette and Paul Pondella from the Shadowland Foundation and Wakan. Please tell us everything about it.
Well, Wakan, just so you know, means it's Lakota for sacred.
Oh.
So I had a dream and I was told that a black wolf was coming and it was a must. And then we got a phone call. And
Wow.
yeah. And then so this is he'll be 11 next year.
I was going to say, how many years ago was that?
March 3rd is his birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And
My goodness.
what does that call entail? Like they found a wolf, they needed help, or
there was a reservation that there was an indigenous man that was rescuing them and had created a sanctuary for them, and they gifted us these guys.
Oh my gosh.
His line is now passed, but oh my goodness. He's a little nervous in the room.
Yes.
Because the door is shut.
This
just so
might
you
be
know.
one of the smallest rooms he's ever been in. This is
pretty good.
yeah.
So just for if anyone's listening or doesn't quite get the angle, this is a very large, I believe you said 120 pounds.
120 pounds.
Wolf, and I can't imagine that the camera is doing it as much justice. It truly is a beautiful animal. He may not. Yeah, he's a little
stay with
claustrophobic.
us.
No problem.
But,
yeah, he has
we did
to step
want to
out.
bring him.
Yeah, if he has to step out, no problem.
Paul might pop out, with Wakan here in a few minutes and come back.
Yes,
but
we really appreciate you guys being here.
Oh,
yeah. So tell us a little bit about Shadowland and
Shadowland Foundation is named after Paul's first wolf, Shadow, and she's our namesake, and but Paul's mission was to teach people about the wolves in the wild. And when they were eradicated, and then bringing them back and their true nature. And so our mission is to educate, not eradicate, because they were once eradicated throughout the lower 48 states.
Wow.
And it is pretty much the intention to keep those numbers very, very low. Yeah. Even though we now know that they are a keystone species. And a keystone species is any species that lives in that environment. When it's completely removed, that environment will eventually collapse, which is why when they reintroduced them into Yellowstone National Park, that the park brought back more life. Trees started to grow after about 70 years. And so we know that wolves in the wild, along with the beavers, which are a keystone species, can heal our planet. I don't know if you know this, but in California, they started relocating beavers into the forests that are still healthy. We've lost over 6 billion trees in the last 6 years. 6 billion mature trees just in California. And each one of those trees, Paul is an arborist. And each one of those mature trees gives off enough oxygen for a family of 4 to sustain for a year. Wow. And we've lost 6 billion.
Of those, yeah.
And so what the beavers and the wolves do in the forest is to keep that brush wet. And if it's wet, it won't burn. And so, but, recovering them is going to require some management rather than just, let's just see where they go.
Right.
I agree with you.
We were just talking about that earlier in the show about just the mismanagement and the lack of management that, leads to the forest fires and just all the different issues.
And most of that is wildlife. I have to tell you, we don't want to live with, look, the bears and the predators and the wolves we need.
Right.
A bear will eat you. Mountain lion will eat you.
Right.
Wolves, we are not their prey.
Really?
We are not their prey. We never have been. The domestic dog wouldn't exist if we were their prey. In fact, archaeologically speaking, we now know that the Homo sapiens died out and the Neanderthal died out and the Homo sapiens survived because we had a relationship with them. When we were hunter-gatherers, we ate the same thing. Wow. Our diets are exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question about, a couple questions. So I always wondered about it. So if we're not their prey, if we were to run into a wolf in, the wild and we just kept walking and ignoring it, what is that a thing?
That is probably the best thing to do.
Okay.
But running, that just activates their prey drive, and they think you're going to go find something cool, so they're going to follow you.
Got it.
And then you're going to freak out.
But not necessarily.
No, they're just it just activates their prey
Okay.
drive. If you see a wolf in the wild, most likely that wolf is letting you know they're there and letting the rest of the pack hide or retreat from wherever you are. So the best thing to do is just stop going towards where they are.
No
and
problem.
Don't turn your back.
Done.
Oh,
Don't turn your back.
Okay.
Just walk parallel and let them know that you're walking away and you're not a threat to them.
Interesting.
Now, you mentioned we eat the same as them. Tell me about Wakan's diet. And he's not the only one.
They eat beef.
Yeah.
And they
What's that
they
bill
eat
like?
chicken.
Yeah.
And they eat it raw.
Yeah.
And they graze. It'd be better if they ate vegetables, but it's not like they usually just graze when they need to.
Mhm.
So they're basically our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just
Yeah, but they'll eat
no
pine
veggies.
nuts and,
Okay.
they forage for things too.
When do you know that it is, like, for example, safe to have a wolf on your lap and,
Well, usually that's not going to happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We got him at 17 days old, and I bottle fed him.
Oh, got
And
it.
so they don't start to see and hear until they're 23 days old.
Oh, really?
So the first thing that they saw and heard was human beings. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to do this.
Right.
So they're not domesticated because that takes evolution,
Mm-hmm.
but they're just socialized to people.
Okay.
They're socialized to people so that we can introduce the look. You were afraid when
I
we
was.
came in.
I was afraid
yeah.
because you're like put the palm, and so I'm like, yeah, that fits perfectly in there.
The mouth is
Yeah, I'm like
just the right size. Look at that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know we're live, but I need to take a picture of that. Do that again, Paul. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Okay.
like on that movie.
The fangs.
It's like
yeah.
that movie. So I definitely have respect for this animal.
Yes.
Sweetheart. We notice how he checks in with me
Yes.
every once in a while because
Yeah.
I'm a mommy.
Oh.
But they're very family oriented and they take care of each other. And there is a very strict hierarchy though. And unlike us, we want to like lift the underdog.
Uh-huh.
You have to go whoever is highest pack ranking, treat them with respect, and then go in their order of their higher pack ranking, just with treats, with anything that you're going to do. Because what you can do is cause conflict
That makes
between the
sense.
hierarchy. They know their hierarchy and they respect it. So we have to then respect that too. It's a good idea if you've got multiple dogs in your house as well.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
what about where do you guys provide this education?
So we're up in Lake Hughes, California.
Okay,
We're up the
yeah.
mountain from Magic Mountain. That's what I usually say. And we live on an 11-acre ranch.
It's where the real magic happens.
Yeah.
And we have a big red barn, and that's our classroom. And we do educational programs. And then, especially over COVID, it turned into healing programs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started working with people with PTSD and people suffering from alcohol and drug addiction. And it seems like this kindred species that we've known since the Ice Age is very healing to us and for us. You noticed his eyes first when you
Yeah.
saw him, and
They're like mirrors.
exactly.
Yeah. They're truly like mirrors.
Exactly.
There was something, the eyes demanded respect immediately in a way that I've never seen before, at least definitely not that close up. But so, okay, we want to make sure that people know how to find you, how to support you guys. What is the name of the website, the social media
The
handles?
website is shadowlandfoundation.org. We're
Okay.
a 501c3
Oh,
nonprofit
fantastic.
organization. So we do just donations only. I see you have it up on the screen there too.
Yes, we do.
And then Wolf Wisdom is our new wolfwisdom.org.
Hmm.
So if you're looking for help with any mental health issues and stuff like that, Paul has just celebrated 25 years sober.
Congratulations.
which is,
That's amazing.
February
Happy
12th. And so he's in his element when he's helping people with
Congratulations.
sobriety. And
Yes.
I had a lot of unwanted sexual abuse when I was younger and suffered from PTSD. And, and therapeutically, this is how we offer back from the good work that we've gotten for ourselves and the healing. And these guys just do it. We just step aside and let them love on people.
I do have to say that there is something very spiritual about this animal, not to get all, woo-woo,
No,
but like
but
there's a,
spiritual.
there's something very spiritual about this animal. Thank you guys so much for going through all of this.
And I will say, if anybody is going to appreciate the woo woo of that, it's these two people. We do want to ask though, and I know we're running a little bit late on the break.
You're totally fine.
The wolf last week found roaming about LA County. We were
That's right.
we were
right.
We wanted to make sure that you could speak to that.
Okay, first of all, we don't
yes.
want wolves in Los Angeles County. There's no habitat for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we want them in California, but that's why I said we need management so that I think what they don't want to do is interfere. But if we don't interfere, they get in trouble.
Mhm.
So the last wolf that came all the way from Mount Hood, ended up in Fraser Park and out on the 5 freeway 23 miles north of us and got hit.
Oh.
And so they can collar her. You asked about why a lone wolf would just take off is because it's genetic diversity.
Mhm.
If wolves don't leave their pack and find a mate, so they're out looking for love. They're not looking for mayhem.
In all the wrong places, apparently. LA County, sorry.
She headed towards Castaic Lake, and she was just 8 miles down the street from us.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and then now she's headed back to the mountains, and hopefully, it may take a year, to find each other.
Quick question about that. Where is the closest to Santa Clarita, the closest natural habitat? Where could we, if we're roaming about, find a wolf pack in the wild?
Well, I think the closest now would be Tulare County, but
Okay.
and
Like
and
Kings
then
Canyon.
yeah, well, she left Plumas and then tried to hang out with the Yaolumni pack, and then she left there and then ended up here. And so the good news is that everybody was excited about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the bad news is that this is not a habitat for
Right.
her. We are way too overpopulated.
Oh yeah.
And they wouldn't form a pack here anyway because there's not enough prey and there's not enough territory. It's like a 40-mile radius they need.
Yeah.
Really?
So you have to kind of think, that
Yeah.
that what they need is what they're looking for. But you can also kind of drive them that way.
Mhm.
And if she's looking for a male, there's males out there. They're just not close. Now they'll eventually find each other. The bad news is that more are coming. So there needs to be a wolf-friendly policy so
Right.
that we're not crossing over with the public lands and where the livestock is and scaring people
Right.
to want to shoot them. And so
That's so true.
And unfortunately, we've had 35 years or more since the reintroduction into Yellowstone to get used to the idea that they're going to be around. But they haven't taken none of that time to
Right.
make some kind of management
Yeah.
about it and interfere in a way that they can thrive and livestock can thrive.
Well, congratulations first of all for having all of that progress and doing all of the things and all the education, all the people that you're helping. We really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for all of that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. The patience
Appreciate
and
it.
flexibility there was great.
I just want to mention, I'll plug I just wrote an ebook on wolfwisdom.org, Wolf Wisdom for Recovery.
Wow.
So it's a different approach to not just sobriety, but healing, because the only reason you need to get sober is because there's something happening
Mhm.
underneath that needs to be addressed.
Can you say where to find the book again?
Wolfwisdom.org.
Wolfwisdom.org, everyone. And that will definitely support this organization. Thank you guys for being with us this morning. You're watching the Daily Buzz.
Hi, buddy.
That's great.